Swear to God. You better be here. God, you piece of shit, undefined. It confirms live.
Where did it go?
We're live, by the way. Be careful what you say.
Meh.
Starting now. Okay, starting. I swear to God, if you break.
Isn't it?
Oh, this isn't good.
What? Stream not working?
Failed to connect to the streaming server. Please check your internet connection. What does that mean?
But I don't think it's worth. But like I need to feel.
Hey, that was fucking weird.
Who the fuck is this notification? Oh, get a $0 Cobalt Press adventure?
Because it's only supposed to feel like I need.
You must be fucking kidding me. It's still not renaming them. Swear to God, the Facebook platform is going to be the most annoying thing to fucking deal with. Because I set it up over there on Omni's channel. But over here, when I try to go set it up for the live thing, it says undefined, and I don't know which one is which.
The fuck?
YouTube is the only one that works. So it still says The Road Home Part 7 for this video. I'm going to attempt to rename it later.
Yeah, my notes are still fine. Still weirdly fucked up with that stupid underlining, but yeah.
Okay. It took you that long just to make one quick check on your sheets and stuff.
No, I just got into it and I did that in like 5 seconds. I was waiting for everything else to load. And I was also in the bath. Woke up fucking tired from work, so.
You remember where we left off? Because I don't.
Yeah. It was after the horrifying realization that there's a false Hydra in this world. And me going to bed that night and being able to actually instead of being fucked up and not being able to sleep. I remember that.
Okay. Right, yeah. Calder, if you actually wait. Okay, so welcome, ladies and fellow dungeoneers. I am your DM Zeke Yorway, and welcome back to the Silver Edition Calder Pulp 5. Part 5, not Pulp 5. What the fuck?
Pulp 5.
Part 5. I'm sorry if this video on the Facebook stream still says. God damn it. It still says The Road Home Part 7. I don't know what's going on with Facebook and the undefined bullshit they have on here. I promised to try and fix it. The last time when I tried to fix it, everything else was just made worse. So, we'll see what happens. I think I have to make these, make these video posts at least 24 hours before in order to get it to work fine. I don't know why the fuck it doesn't want to work fine now.
Strange.
Calder, if you could walk us through what happened last time, that'd be great.
So, from what I can remember after 2 weeks, there was a whole set and scenario where we went back to the MAG place and was able to ask questions for once and got some answers, and then realizing towards the end that I fucked up and should have asked more questions that were actually appropriate questions instead of ones that I didn't get the answer I was hoping for to. I picked a... I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I picked a card that led me to trying to figure out what was going on with the dwarf in the blue house that always kept exploding because I wanted to know about the curse. And in trying to figure that out, come to find out that the people, the Lycans from back home were also in this town now. And after some time, coming to find out that I had to ask Lucy about trying to figure out how to break a curse. And she's also apparently friends with my mom? Question mark. And after figuring out what I was supposed to do and being given some detect magic scrolls, went back to the blue man's house to figure out what was going on, to come to find out what Calder doesn't know what it is, but I know that there's a false Hydra in this game now. Which is a lot for a high-level adventurer to know, let alone a 6-year-old. So, found that out, figured out it knows about me, and we ended it pretty much with me being able to go to sleep. Because I succeeded on I think it was a constitution check? I don't know, it was a while.
Okay. And now we resume our session. We'll resume this solo campaign from here.
Oh, wait, that was the other thing. So... Oh, wait, no, that was earlier in the thing. That was... No, that was last session. The getting the blue card with the gold border about Frang's dad coming home in when I'm 10. And need to deal with that. That was the other thing. I had to scroll down to look because I'm like, I remember something with the card. What the fuck was it? That's what it was.
No, I also am going to warn you that Roll20 is still working with Google to try and fix all the issues they were having with outages and other shit. And they said they did lose some data, so I'd say anything you type in your notes, copy and paste them into a Google Doc that's ready. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. Your leather boots walk across stone. Tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3.
I have
What was that part? You just like...
I heard the word babe from you.
Oh, I I didn't even hear that. I just heard you just go. And I'm like, huh?
I'm just saying, because that ruined the tension there. Oh, okay. Tap, tap, tap. 10, 20, 30. Tap, tap, tap. 100, 2000, eternity. You walk endlessly down a hall full of stone. You see dust raised, as if there were something slithering through it. Calder, what do you do?
Do I see a card anywhere?
No.
No. Just a trail of dust that looks like something slithered through it?
Yep.
Yes, I'll follow it.
You follow it through for a good while. You follow it as it goes into a hole. What do you do, Calder?
Carefully look in the hole.
As you slowly start peering into the hole, you slowly and carefully just gaze into it. Nothing but darkness. 1 second goes by, then 2, then 3. You reassure yourself there's probably nothing there. But when that thought comes to mind, a red eye opens up before you. You panic and you are now awake.
Eight. Deal with nightmares for the rest of my life. As if I didn't already have the propensity for that.
Okay. Calder, you feel around yourself really quickly. You're trying to feel like everything's there, everything's okay. I still have my fingers, I still have my toes, I still have my nose. You calm down after a little bit. Look around the room a little bit. Your room is entirely covered in dust.
Mm. Can I pinch myself to make sure I even woke up?
You can if you want to.
Yeah, I'll like pinch myself or like do something where I should feel pain. See
don't
if I
feel
am
pain.
awake. That's no.
What do you do, Calder?
Oh, like for some reason, the Midnight Collection for
I'm gonna
me
start.
doesn't
I
seem
guess. Does the room look like my old room or my current?
Your old room.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get under my bed and check that crack, or check the floorboard that I did before.
You go on there and look underneath your bed?
Yep.
1 second. I've immediately lost everything.
Oh no.
Hi. As you're staring at a skeletal face with red eyes.
Hold up. Look at him. You're not Paul.
Okay.
She'd be like, "You're not supposed to be here."
The skeletal face then gained its body and starting crawling towards you, Calder.
Hmm. It starts crawling towards me?
Yeah.
Is Marcus on my side, or do I got nothing?
You got nothing.
I got nothing. Okay. I guess I'll just start moving away.
Calder starts backing away. The skeletal face is just crawling towards you with full body now. As it reaches the edge of underneath your bed, comes out and stands in full figure. The skeletal face then grows back skin, and you see a familiar hollow once again. We really must stop meeting like this, boy. I was trying to find someone else, yet I was attracted to your world. Ain't that funny? But now that I have you here, I have a question. You know what's up with that mayor dude?
You know, he's gonna go from looking at him as anger, and when he says that, and he's just gonna immediately go, no. Straight deadpan, no.
He was the one I was trying to penetrate. Alright, his dream was the one I was trying to penetrate, and instead I found yours. Very sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you yet. I mean, it's not time. You're still too young. Oh. By the way, do you mind if I look through there? He points to your closet.
He's gonna look at him just like, why?
I mean, that's your closet. It's full of memories that are precious to you, aren't they?
I don't know. I just woke up in this place and it's covered in dust.
Alright, I'm gonna look through it then. Do you let Torkel go through it or no?
Trying to find everything out about me and everyone I know. Can I, based on what he said woke up in your world, correct?
Yep.
Would I be able to imagine that the closet just gets locks all over it and chains so he can't get into it?
You want to do that?
Yeah, like if it's my dream in my world, I'm just like, no.
Competing wisdom checks.
Oh, wisdom. Well. 13. Okay. Not as horrible as I thought it would be.
Okay. Locks do appear across the doors and all that. Oh, so you do mind. What are you hiding in there? What's juicy? What do I want to know?
He's just gonna look at him and pretty much and just be like, you don't need to know anything about me. You're already trying to find me.
I'm not trying to find you. I already know where you are. What I'm trying to learn is everything about you.
Why?
Because the gods of fate and chance picked you. Out of every other child in this world, they picked you. Someone that I was planning on killing in for... Did it re-roll that for some reason?
Yeah, for some reason the die just threw itself again, the exact same roll. I just sit here and I saw it and I'm like, wait, did he roll? Did he roll the exact same thing? No, that's the same die. Why is it there?
But yeah, he just wants to learn more about you and why the gods of fate and chance wanted you in the first place. Do you remember the reason or no?
Uh,
Solid no.
I'm looking through my notes. If I was told, I don't think so. I guess I did not write it down if I was told. I don't
Okay.
remember that.
I'm not going to make you roll a history check for that, because that's supposed to be something you were supposed to write down.
If I did, I don't remember it. Or maybe something possibly slightly got fucked in my notes, but I don't. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, Calder, what was the reason they picked you? If you're willing to share.
He's gonna look at him deadpan and just be like, I don't know.
Honesty check because you legitimately forget. Roll persuasion. Nat 1? No, it's 19. Yeah, that one was on the other
19 and that one on the other side. It's just deadpan. Huh?
Disappointing. I thought you'd be more fun.
Gonna look at him. I'm 6.
True. Some 6-year-olds managed to surprise you. Oh, well.
I mean, I surprised you when I got away.
Yeah, you did. Oh well, Calder. I'll see you in the very far future. Or maybe in your dream once again if the mistake happens like it did last time. And until then, goodbye. And then you see Torkel bring 2 fingers together and then snap. The world is black now. Okay. That works. Calder, you're just now in the black world, floating about. Marcus finally shows up. Ha!
He's just gonna be very, just kind of solemn, just like the annoyed that you're awake, annoyed that the dreams that you remember.
Well, you're currently just floating in the void, Calder. What do you do now?
Wait, I'm still in another dream?
You're still in your just plain old dream. Nothing but black void as you assume that Torkel probably stole your dream world for a few seconds there and just made it black.
Hmm. God. There's so much shit that's on this fucking 6-year-old's mind that would never be on a normal 6-year-old's fucking mind. I need to get stronger. I need to not fucking deal with that again. That's something I should also up. Motherfucker can invade dreams.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Can invade dreams? Question mark.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Bada bada bada
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
bada. I don't know. He'd probably be sitting there thinking about, because he can't. There's just so many things. Oh, I shouldn't have fucked with trying to figure out that curse in the first place. Could be a less stressed child. With everything that's probably went on right now, he'd probably be thinking about ways that he could try to, try to eventually figure out what the fuck he's gonna do when Frang's dad comes to town. Try to think of ways that he can convince Frang just to be like, hey, if you ever see your dad again, don't trust him. But how do you say that?
Oh. In this current dream world, flashes of the combat field appear before you. Blink. Blink.
Blink, blink. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. So that I'm just sitting here, just like, huh, okay. Oh. What are you doing over there? You said you weren't gonna do that until you were doing your one. Sorry, I heard fucking glass banging behind me and I was really confused. So is it like the field of what it would be when it comes to that situation then?
No, it's just you remembering some stuff that happened on the field where the guy beat up the dwarves. All that. Subconscious coming into your brain right now.
Or the guy beat up the... Oh, gotcha. Or the dude in the fight pit. Okay, maybe try to get some training from him. I think that's honestly probably what he'd try to focus on to try and, like, keep the worst out of his head, is just trying to think of that, trying to remember how that dude was fighting. Try to get that a little ingrained as much as he can, since apparently he can fucking lucid dream right now.
Yeah. Calder, please roll me a D100.
Is that what I think I just heard? Fucking Jesus Christ. Ice Cream Man, fuck off. What is with him coming around our fucking place every time I have D&D? 43.
Marcus is set upon lightning.
Jesus. Am I Thor now?
Visions of electricity start swelling throughout your body, Calder. And also to Marcus for some reason, and Marcus is feeling the pain.
Just kind of looking at him. Why are you feeling pain?
You're zapping me!
Am I?
You tried to stop the electricity.
Yes.
The electricity stops.
Interesting. I want to do that like kind of kid thing where you like kind of would put up your fingers and see if he can like kind of arc it through his fingers.
It does. I don't think he would have any frame of reference for this, would he? No.
Uh,
Right now you're just playing for electricity.
yeah, my brain was sitting there thinking just like, I don't think a 6-year-old in this time frame would ever understand the thought process of, hey, turn the lightning into a spear and try to chuck it. If he sees it going through his fingers, he'll see if he can, just by trying to like think about it, if he can like imitate a lightning strike.
Okay, so you try to envision lightning.
Yeah.
Instead of the bolt coming from the sky, it comes from your fingertips.
Whoa.
Deal with that later. I'll fill in that blank later.
Unlimited power!
There you go.
Look.
The thing that I forgot to put in your sheet so long ago is now there.
Whoop. Thing has been added to my sheet. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the lightning spear cantrip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about it too. So I'm just like, yeah, I got that. Okay, I got that.
You continue to play around with the electricity throughout your thing, and then you start smelling smoke. Calder, do you try and pinch yourself once again?
Yeah.
You feel very much pain. The world itself is dark. You can see yourself, but you can't see the outside world. You might have set something on fire by accident.
Uh-oh. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Careful, love. What do you mean you dropped dead?
Yeah,
19.
You wake up, you realize that Marcus is on fire. Your bed sheets are on fire.
Oh no.
You are also on fire.
Stop, drop, and roll?
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, that puts you out. What about your bed?
How much of is it like just the entire bed is on fire?
The bed sheet.
The bed sheet, throw it off on the ground and try and stomp on it.
Okay. You do so. What about Marcus?
Smother him with the blanket after it's like fucking not on fire anymore.
First you set me on fire and you try to suffocate me.
This'll help. Shush.
Okay. After that scenario is done with, what do you do now, Calder? Your parents haven't come running in. So that must mean they're either busy doing something else or... Ting.
Were you imitating a ting that you heard come from my mic?
Yes.
Okay. I was just like, is that in-game or imitation? How how burnt are my clothes?
I mean, all the fur has been burnt off, but you still have your steel armor stuff. You went to bed with your armor on, which is funny.
How's the sheet looking?
Fucked.
Shit. How's
Is it-
Marcus looking? Just little burnt?
He's singed. He's also a magic item, so he'll complain about the pain. That's about it.
Okay. He'll kind of look like that dejected kid that looks like he like peed in his bed carrying his sheets out. He'll carry the sheet out and
No
look
one seems to be
around.
home.
He's gonna pinch himself again.
You're awake, but no one's home.
Is it normal for me to wake up and there not be anyone home?
Not really. But when you step outside, you realize it's midday.
Oh.
So they're probably out working and doing some stuff. Do you carry the blanket outside too, or do you just hide that somewhere?
He would be like carrying it just like a small child with like still trying to, fucking get the sleep out of your eyes.
Okay. Holding it like a blanket.
Yeah, kind of like dragging it with him.
Step outside, you try to find out where your mom is. She's out back dealing with the horse. Do you engage her, or do you want to try and see if Dad's in the forge?
I'm trying to think who might be more attuned to this and who wouldn't freak out about the fact of that. You know what? Seeing how scary Mom's been, he'll go to Dad.
Axe on Blanky.
Action table.
You go to your dad. You show him the burnt blanket. Show him the burnt furs. And he just states to you, "The fuck happened?"
He's gonna look at him and just be like,
1 second.
Oh.
Had a hiccup. 1 second ago, 11 minutes ago. Oh, might have lost some footage there, so glad I'm recording, but it also cut out some of the recording.
oh no.
That ain't good. That ain't good.
That is definitely not good.
And I think we're fine. Let me quickly confirm that. Okay. That happened again just a second ago. What the fuck? Up, okay. No idea if this is an issue with Facebook. But the stream has not come back yet. Facebook is broken. I'm also pretty sure that YouTube now has 2 videos.
Technical difficulties always return.
Yep, it made one separate video, and it's no longer streaming to Facebook.
Huh.
Or wait, it reconnected just now. Are we live? Nope. Ah, that's fucking dumb. I gotta quickly check the YouTube one.
You're good.
Doesn't say we have a live video, which is great. Oh well. No idea why that happened. 1 second. Yep, it only has 25 minutes. 11 minutes ago, it stopped. Great. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going in with the recording thing. I can't end the live stream and keep it all in the same recording.
Okay.
Hopefully it keeps all the audio and doesn't break again. We'll see. Alright. Okay, Dad asks you, what the fuck happened?
I'll just be like, I don't know. I was sleeping and then I smelled smoke and I woke up and stuff was on fire.
Okay. First off, how do you set fire in your sleep? Second off, what?
Well, when I was dreaming, I was using, like, lightning. And then after a couple times of messing around in my dream, I started smelling smoke. And then when I woke up, everything was on fire.
How bad?
He'll hold up the blanket, the sheets, my clothes, and mark it.
But you're perfectly fine.
Kind of do it once over on himself. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why did you say you try that lightning trick right now and see what happens?
He'll just be like,
You're in a forge, the only thing you could set fire is the actual forge. And possibly the table.
Is there like a spot where I would see where it'd be maybe a good spot to aim?
Probably directly into the forge.
Okay. He'll try and start doing the thing that he did and then imagine the whole lightning bolt thing.
Charisma check, please. Four. Please roll lightning spear. Four. Please roll damage. So, lightning arc. You go point. You're very unconfident about yourself because of that low charisma check. And as it fires from your hand, instead of traveling towards an object you point at, it ends up traveling up your armor and hurting you for 3 damage.
Mm.
You're a child. This is the first time you're feeling lightning pain.
Ow.
Are you okay, son?
Not as bad as getting stabbed. He'll kind of just be like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that though.
Nope. Wasn't expecting that either, but that seems like you have a new ability that you should probably focus on working on. Well, granted, it's a bit dangerous in wooded areas. Huh. Actually, he pulls out a piece of he pulls out a plank of wood and gives it to you. Try writing on this with lightning. Do you attempt to?
Sure.
Charisma check once again. 2.
I only learned how to write a year ago. Now you want me to do it in a completely different way?
Roll minor lightning spear as you try once again with low confidence. The same number again.
Mm-hmm.
Roll damage, please.
2.
You set the plank of wood on fire as you touch it with your fingertip.
Hmm.
Papa just throws it into the forge.
He just starts looking more and more dejected.
I wonder if it has anything to do with your self-confidence. I know Rodon. Rodon, the Lightning Herald, was a lot better at dealing with that stuff.
Who?
Roydon.
Roydon? Oh.
I think that's how you spell his name.
You said he was what?
He was one guy that's better at using stuff like this.
Well, you said like Herald of Lightning or something?
Roydon Lightning Herald. The Lightning Herald, I mean.
Okay.
I thought he was in here. I guess not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's how you spell his first name. Yes, Roydon the Lightning Herald is one of the better guys at dealing with lightning and light magic. I wonder if he'll teach someone like you, if you ever meet him.
Maybe.
Either way, I'd suggest stop using lightning for a little bit until you get a little bit more confidence in yourself. You seem a bit worried whenever you try using it.
So to look at him and just like, I think you would be worried too if you woke up to things being lit on fire around you.
I felt pain! Alright, the day proceeds, you go eat lunch and all that stuff, and it's time for school once again. And now we hit the fast forward time frame. Okay, so growing up for most of the school days, I do not know. Fuck it. Do this. So yeah, you already decided to do, let's see, what was it? You picked math, right? And then science stuff?
Yep, math and nature science.
Math and nature science. So you spend a good couple of years studying all that stuff, going along on small adventures featuring some of the nature science stuff with Frang and also with Mare. You guys end up having some fun adventures here and there. Eventually, you guys end up having to split ways as your education paths lead you down different directions. As Mare had to pick language and math for other things, and Frang picked history and also nature studies. So you and Frang stuck around with each other for a good while. Mare had to go do other things with language and stuff, so she was stuck in a classroom learning more language-based things. So probably the more advanced things of Dwarvish instead of the simple language that you speak now. You guys do hang out a bunch, like here and there, to play again the Fantasy Monopoly and chess, where Frang.
What the
wins
fuck?
What the fuck was that?
What? Why? Why is he so good at chess? He's a fucking dunce, but he's so good at fucking chess for some reason.
Oh. This is from Mayor. Son of a bitch. And then intelligence check from Calder. 14. Okay.
14.
You do better against Frang than Mayor did. Mayor is pissed off and also impressed by you. What she's more pissed off about is that Frang is actually smart at playing a game that he only learned how to play in like a total of, I think it was 5 minutes.
Yeah, something like
Now
that.
apparently he's a fucking chess master.
Apparently, the fates have demanded Frang is a chess master.
Oh, goddamn. Allowing Frang to gain proficiency in board games, and so do you. If you want to drag in the board game proficiency from the I button, or do you want me to do that for you because you don't know how?
Board game?
Well, not board game, but games and stuff. I think it was.
I don't see that in my lists.
Uh,
Let me see. Proficiencies. Maybe if I go through it.
Astral Projector or Projection. Oh, that's optional feats. Spell.
There's Dragon Chess set.
We can drag that in. What?
Yeah, I'm only seeing like, so there was chess, playing cards, and then I think there's a thing about dice.
You have Dragon Chess Set Inquiry. Yeah. Constitution!
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wait, Constitution.
There you go. Why is that lower? But I rolled it anyways. Dragon chess sets in your thing. It's only 0.5 pounds. Okay. And the proficiency is now in there.
Hell yeah. Such a weird thing to be proficient.
Continuing fast forwarding bits, Calder did take an interest in the fighting. The fighting fields or stuff. So he stops by every once in a while after school to go see how all the fights are being handled and directed by the showrunner, whose name I've completely forgotten, and I do not. Oh wait, he's somewhere over here. Nations, facts and territories, care. Matea. Oh yeah. Important. There you go. Oh, this got to sound familiar to you. The combat trainer of Matea. His first name is Monroe and his last name is Ruskin.
Why does that sound familiar?
You want to look in your notes real quick?
I mean, I'm looking in my notes. Why does that sound familiar? I don't know.
Oh well. Monroe Ruskin. He is the combat director throughout the fighting fields, where he trains dwarves and other humans that hang around sometimes in the art of battle with martial weapons, simple weapons, and also mechanical weapons. And by mechanical, I mean stuff that has triggers and other things like that, springs and all of that bullshit. Crossbows, and then some special, unique types of weapons that are Under the class trick weapon from my homebrew trick stuff. Unfortunately, you don't have proficiency in trick weapons because those will end up blowing up in your face.
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
But at the glimpse of the stuff, you saw like a single use of the trick weapon, which was just just a pole staff that had a button on it. When a guy hit the button, pointed at a dwarf's face and missed him by an inch, it grew an extra inch and bopped him on the nose. It's an example of one type of trick weapon, which is just bludgeoning type, and then there's a bunch of others. So that pole staff could have had something else, like maybe a piercing tip, or maybe fire cap, or whatever you think of. Whatever you can think of on that. Just think things. You see the combat style that you're not really familiar with, because it's a mix-up between the human and dwarven fighting style. Dwarven being low hits, and then human being high arcs and low hit. And, what was it? Uppercut swings, and then downward swings. With some of the long swords. And then you see this switch up in different weapon types, which teach you different stances, different types of swings and all of that. Like clubs, it's literally swing to win, otherwise you can't do much else with a club. Sword, again, parrying, quick stabs forward, and then slashes. And then the pickfork is something that's very interesting, because it's literally something you can find on a farm if you have no weapon. It can be used as a very great weapon, because it's literally a substitute spear. With more tips and probably a lot more sturdiness, because of all the shit's meant to pick up. And then finally, and probably your favorite, because it's probably the one thing you're probably going to use more often, the hammers. Light hammers is basically just a torso-sized, thin, or actually torso-sized lengthwise, hammer with a small head, which resembles Marcus a lot. Easiest way to get like quick bludgeoning, but these hammers also come with a pick side. So with the pick side, it can do piercing and switch to bludgeoning whenever you needed to. Marcus is only a bludgeoning hammer. I want to eat that hammer.
I want you to eat it too.
The combat trainer sees you looking one of these days and gestures you to come over. Do you ever go over to him, Calder, or do you feel too nervous to ever get near him?
No, he'll go over. After the other things that he's seen, he knows he needs to get stronger. He's just probably waiting.
He just used to come over and starts asking you questions on like what interests you about fighting and all that stuff. Do you ever answer him honestly, or do you just give him like a short kid answer that's like it's cool and stuff?
He'll give him the answer of, I want to be able to protect people.
Oh, he smiles at that. And then figures out, since you're not 10 yet, you're going to have to wait before you start heavily training, but he does give you a booklet on the different styles of fighting for humans. And he asked you what your favorite weapon would be, seeing that you have a hammer. Marcus never speaks up in front of other people. He's too nervous thanks to what your mom did.
He's learned his lesson. He'll kind of point to the hammer at his side.
It's a bit on the small side. You hear Marcus whispering, "Motherfucker." and he actually ends up like passing you one of the bigger adult-sized hammers. And he asks for you to hold it just to gauge how strong you are. So please roll a strength check as he drops the heavy hammer into your thing. Granted, hammers are only 5 pounds, but for a child that's 6.
Come on.
15. You struggle just a little bit, just because it's heavy on one end and light on the other. But you managed to hold it just
used to it.
Just trying to get used to the weight. I'll loan you this piece. And if willing, you can tell your parents and see if they would like to buy it for you. As you remember, it was last kind of Christmas. I forgot what the holiday event was that replaced Christmas. Can't remember.
It was a festival.
It was Winter's Crest Festival? Yeah.
I think.
Might be a different name, but we'll check later. You remember that your parents gave you a full-size hammer as well, but Marcus ate it. But this hammer has the pick side, so giving it to Marcus is probably going to be a big benefit. But you don't know how much this costs.
Yeah. He'll not give it to Marcus yet until he figure out how much it actually is.
Marcus drools. Do you ask Monroe about the price of the weapon would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 gold. Not because of like the craftsmanship of the weapon, but because of the amount of material used to craft it. Since you need a lot of steel to make a good solid head.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take it back to your parents and ask them for the money? Or do you want to roll an intelligence check?
Because remembering what's in my inventory, I would like to ask my dad if, with the steel that I got, if that is enough to attempt to try and make that hammer. And try to get him to teach me to make a hammer.
Yeah, only 1d4. One. You literally have 1 pound of steel, and it's raw steel.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that could be enough, but the hammerhead is going to be smaller than what it is on this hammer.
It's gonna kind of, because they know about Marcus, though, correct?
Yeah.
And just be like, would he kind of look at him and look at Marcus and just like, would you still be able to imitate the size?
When you grow up, yeah.
Okay, so then the size of it wouldn't matter right now.
It wouldn't matter right now, because eventually it'll be a full grown once you're an adult. Because Marcus grows with you.
So then he'll kind of look back to his dad, just like, so then it should be fine. He just needs to get the shape.
Like, it's okay. Now I have to roll a smith check to see if he doesn't fuck it up.
Oh no.
It'll be a plus 10.
He'll try to help as much as he can.
20. 20. He imitates the shape and design of the thing, but it's just the issue is it's just on the small head side.
Which is fine. If he grows with me, I can just give it to him.
Marcus eats the hammer.
Okay.
The freshly made hammer. And he now grows a pick side. Yeah. Marcus can now switch from bludgeoning to piercing at will. Or not at will, but just a quick flip.
Hell yeah.
His damage doesn't increase. You still haven't figured out how to fucking make that happen yet. You want to examine Marcus a little bit?
Yeah, he'll examine him.
Roll a perception check, and then once you finish a perception check, intelligence check. Start examining Marcus. You see that Marcus just made a plain steel. You fed him plain steel stuff. And then intelligence check.
19.
Okay. You think to yourself, you'd probably be better off by either adding runes up top of him or feeding him better quality material. Because you don't know what type of steel was used in your hammers. It could have been just a regular stainless steel instead of high carbon steel. And since you have the nature studies, you actually know the difference between different types of steels and their different stages, different melting points, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, One day you do want to feed Marcus tungsten, just to make him a better hammer overall. Problem is that thing is a rare thing to find, especially in this age of UV lights. So tungsten is something really rare to find in this world because no one can actually see what tungsten is because it just blends in with the rest of the stuff. Or rest of the rocks around it.
But so that raw steel is gone. I'm gonna put that's probably not how it's spelled. Yeah, no, that's how it's did I ever I guess I never really attempted. Would I know what be able to figure out what that cobalt gem that I had would be like able to do with my studies?
It's just cobalt.
It's just cobalt.
Yep. Cobalt is not great for combat, but it's great for design.
Okay, so it's more just a thing that I should probably sell.
Sell, or maybe learn a cutting skill, so you can refine it into a pretty gemstone, or a bunch of pretty gemstones. Remember, your father also worked for jewelry.
Okay. If he also, I forget that he makes fucking like forks and other things like that too.
Yeah.
I guess he'll probably try it. That'd be another thing he'd try to learn then too, just to try and
sleight of hand check.
Oh.
As your father is teaching you how to do cuts with other stuff like that. So he like brings up the most common thing of amber, which helps you learn how to do cut stuff.
13.
Okay. And you completely fuck up the gemstone. Lucky it's amber, and that's the easiest gemstone to come by because it's made of tree sap.
Yeah.
And thanks to like some of the processing of like dwarven culture, they learned how to make tree sap into amber almost immediately. So it made amber much more easily come by instead of having to wait thousands of years for it to harden in the earth. I will allow you 2 more attempts to see if you can get a better roll.
Okay.
17.
17.
Want to roll again?
Sure.
Why did your entire chair move with you?
It didn't. That was just me making noise.
Okay. 17, okay. Where the fuck is Calder? There you're Calder. Add it again. Tools and proficiencies. Gem cutting. Proficient. And dexterity based. Oop. 15.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You learned the skill of gem cutting. It took you like a good 3 weeks to try to get down pat. So you're good at cutting amber, and you have a little bit more confidence in yourself to cut in more complicated gemstones like your cobalt and other harder stones. Diamond, though. Do you want to roll a gemstone cut on attempting on diamond? Your father has a raw piece of diamond. He doesn't care how bad you fuck it up because he can make do with the smaller pieces.
Yeah, he'll attempt.
Yeah. Roll your gem cutting.
Okay. 21.
You cut a perfectly big diamond the size of your palm. Precisely and accurately, and you even managed to get your tiny initials within little seams that you made.
Hell yeah.
Father's proud of you at this. He taught you some skills that'll be useful later on in your life, and sells the diamond for a pretty penny.
Hell yeah.
Pretty copper.
Pretty copper.
Because one day he comes back home with 1,000 gold for the diamond.
Hell yeah.
That's enough to upgrade the horse stalls and everything. And also buy you guys food for months.
Hell yeah.
Dad's proud of you that you managed to make him money. Because, like, if you had fucked up and made it, like, smaller pieces for him, it wouldn't have really mattered, because he would have gotten that 1,000 gold regardless.
Hmm.
It just would have taken him a lot longer to convince people to buy the small diamonds.
Yeah. I have a quick question. Because it's going to inform something eventually. Do you have an idea of what color generally my father's hair would be?
Yeah, I do. But you take after your mother.
Well, I'm meaning dwarven father.
Oh, dwarf, orange,
Orange.
or the redhead stuff.
Okay. And what color was my mother's hair?
Same.
Well, I'm this time I'm meaning actual mother.
Okay. Auburn.
Okay.
Mix between the redhead and the brunette.
So, yeah, I know it. Because I had a thought of what Calder might possibly try to do, and based on that, I definitely know what he's going to. This will inform how he looks more as an adult.
Okay.
AKA Calder's probably going to try to figure out how to dye his hair to look more like his parent. His dwarven parents.
Calder, one day you wake up with orange hair.
What?
And you wake up with stubble at 7 years old.
What the fuck? Huh?
Roll a religion check.
Religion. Have proficiency. 11.
You look at the necklace on your person. The fuck is Grammy doing to my body?
Grammy's gonna turn me to a dwarf eventually.
No, it's like the same thing. You remember how Grog got the beard?
Yeah. The belt of dwarven kind.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, except this one's a holy symbol of dwarven kind.
Ridiculous woman.
Hey.
It basically works the same way. I was eventually gonna fuck with your body, but since you wanted it to happen anyways.
Yeah. Because basically, if that wouldn't happen, I was thinking of him having a thing of it'd be a weird scenario of his hair would eventually start losing that color, so we'd have to keep dyeing it.
Yeah, but after that day you woke up like that, then you go to meet up with Frang and Mare, and then Frang also has stubble. And Frang looks at you and is just wondering, ooh, I didn't know humans could grow a beard at age 7.
He's gonna kind of look at him. I didn't either.
Mare looks at you and he's very confused. Then notices your redhead.
Yeah.
Okay. She's very confused. And throughout the rest of you guys' like childhood, next 3 years or so, Calder ends up learning a lot more like how the fighting style and all that stuff. During those 3 years, Mare does come to you and tell you something. Well, you and Frank had something about something that. She comes to you guys and tells you that she's going to be moving away when she hits the age of 10, as that's when her father decided that she would be ready to move on to a new location and learn different languages and other stuff like that. But she said she will be back around maybe the age of 15 to 16, depending on how well weather holds up and if we end up going into another war or not. She tells you both this at the age of 7, so you guys spend the next 3 years hanging out, being friends, and all of that, learning more and more about each other. You learn that Mare's not that greedy. Granted, she does want to get the most for her money. but she is very nice at times, especially to Frang, and especially to you and your lady friend,
My lady friend?
Lucy.
Oh.
As she refers to Lucy as for you.
Why? Because I was there once?
Once late at night.
Oh, if she saw that. Okay.
Remember that one chick you never saw?
No. Remember that one person you never saw? No. I don't, in fact.
You do sometimes engage with like the lycanthropes, but after a year or two, they're just gone completely. When you hit age 8, you don't see them around. When you hit age 9, they're not there either. But during those 2 years, you guys start getting a little bit sadder and sadder as you're knowing, like, most of the time you guys are going to be spent together. It's going to be separate now, with Mare gone, leaving just the two bros to be by themselves, without the assistance of a lady to keep them from doing the stupidest of shit.
Stupidity will rise.
Prangs, like, stupid prangs end up to, let's say, like, devolving from what they once were, from those grand epic horseshit pranks to little, like, graffiti pranks here and there, mainly towards Fingal. As you guys, like, grow up together, does Calder ever get more hostile with Fingal, or does he try to patch things with Fingal a little bit?
He'll... If Fingal continues to act the way that he's acted, he'll give it like a good bit of time to try and just be like, hey, you need to, like, that's not, like, you need to fucking grow up, basically.
Well, with Frang and with the things between Frang and Fingal have like simmered down a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing that Fingal can't really get over the fact is that you're human. That's about it. Still doesn't trust humans whatsoever, despite the fact that you have Grammy's blessing upon you, especially as you're starting to grow a decent beard. At the age of 9, it's like decent a decent short beard. More whiskers than it is full-on hair. Your parents are impressed by the amount of hair you've grown on your fucking chin. Frang is impressed as well, but Frang has a full beard at this point.
I'm working on it.
Span in 1-2 years, it's just like exploded into a full-on fucking orange mane. As for Mare, she ends up just growing just a bit taller. Nothing noticeable at all, mainly because she just wears that big cloak dress. Nothing new changes at all. Mare does grow a little bit more distant from you guys as she is starting to get ready to move on to her new life in a different city. Or town, I mean. You still never learn what the deal is with fucking Mare. The mayor, I mean.
With the mayor, yeah.
Look, he perplexes you. Because you decide to follow him one day just to see where the fuck he goes. When you follow him, please roll a perception check. 5. You see him turn a fucking corner, and when you turn that same corner, he is gone. Only for him to reappear behind you. Says, "What you doing, little boy?" And you panic a little bit and run away. The same thing happens when you take Frang as well. It's just like you guys are doing that step into this. Frang reveals what you're fucking doing. Is just trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. Well, not wrong with you. What the fuck is up with you is what he meant to say.
Yeah.
Never really find out what the deal is with Mayor. And think that's probably a good thing since Torkel wants to find everything out about him, apparently.
But so does,
The Gods of Fate and Chance.
Yeah, the Gods of Fate and Chance. I'm just like, they want to know too. And I'm just like,
So far, it seems it's going to remain a mystery until you get better at stealth and perception. So yeah, for all that time, you guys had a lot of fun of adventures here and there, snuck up a bunch of things, had a bunch of fun Monopoly and chess matches. But unfortunately, yes.
Calder would also make a point to then, before like the day or so before that they were to leave, they would all go and have like a celebration or something.
Yes, okay. But unfortunately, all the fun times would have to come to an end. And before all of you guys knew it, it was almost time for Mare to leave. And Calder wanted all three of them to have like one last celebration together.
Yeah.
I tried to set all of that stuff up. You guys have fun, one last hoorah. And I'll leave this up to you. Does Calder want to give the big dragon doll? Or wait, did you get what doll did you get? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a dragon with a fucking finger in it.
Okay.
I think what he would actually do is, throughout those couple of years, because didn't she give him the gem? Like
no,
that piece
give
of
it to
cobalt?
Frang. The cobalt was given to you for the
cobalt?
field trip.
Yeah, I thought she had given that one to
No.
me for the field.
No.
Okay, that was just one I got.
This is one you got during the field trip. They just gifted everyone different gemstones. She got a piece of coal from the fucking dwarves in the fucking mine. That's what happened.
Throughout that time, he'll have, since he was able to make the diamond that way, he would have tried to fuck with the gem as well, the cobalt.
Cobalt. Maybe incorporate the ruby that she gave to Frang.
Mm-hmm. Try to get Frang, just like, get Frang to give him that, and they just both have that as like a going away present type of thing.
So, like, you cut it and maybe put it into some sort of jewelry, like bracelet, necklace, earrings.
I don't know if we'd have enough for earrings. Did she generally? Would she ever like wear any kind of jewelry thing on her?
No, but she's also a child.
Okay. I just didn't know if she already had like a knack for it or something. I think what he would do is, if he could, I don't know if there'd be enough with it, but kind of do like a thing where he would try to make 3 little bracelets that all have it, and it's like each incorporated with it.
Metal? What type of metal?
I don't know if he'd do metal, cause, well, if he's able to work with his dad more and start getting more into that, then yeah, he would probably try to do metal. But if not, he'd probably try to do some kind of like leather wrapping thing with it, kind of like the little strand kind of.
Well, you do gem cutting under the supervision of your father anyways, so metal will probably be incorporated, but like what type would it be? Plus metal lasts longer.
Yeah, right. What metal lasts longer? If he could, actually, he'd probably try to do something in like a stainless steel, so it doesn't like have that issue of getting old and corroding weird.
Your father also offers up this. He has a bunch of like silver, enough to do coatings for the bracelet.
Yeah.
Can't be made entirely out of silver, but it can be coated.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll fucking coat it in silver.
Okay.
Bracelet, everything, yeah, coat that.
Okay. So, you roll a d20 and he'll roll a d20. His is a plus 10, you have nothing.
So just roll a straight d20?
Yep. 24. 3. You do your best. Now roll me your gem cutting.
Okay.
Do your best. Your father helps with most of the stuff. You have an idea of what you want for the bracelets and all that. But you do not have the strength to try and do that properly. I mean, like dexterity based. And gem cutting.
16.
16. You cut the cobalt fine and you cut the ruby fine. The ruby is what you have less of, and the cobalt is what you have more of. So, what exactly do you want to try and make, like, for a design for the bracelet?
it would kind of be like so kind of have that like to where the cobalt is more of a since I would have more cobalt, kind of make it to where that would be like the outer piece and kind of have like the ruby in the center, kind of making it look like a little eye almost. Kind of making it like
I know what you're saying, but they also on a bracelet.
yeah.
I'm not sure to think because like cobalt circle with a ruby
Well,
ruby disc in the center.
not necessarily like it being like a circle, but kind of like, you know how you would have most gems kind of have that, like, you know, as like for like a fucking Legend of Zelda, like how the rupees look, kind of like that, and then with one that's just like the straight diamond shape in the center. So it doesn't it's not necessarily like, you know, cylindrical like an eye, but it has that kind of look like an eye motif.
Okay. So it'll be like kind of small in nature. Okay. And then design of the bracelet. Do you want it to be just dwarven design, or do you want to try and do some different culture type?
He'll do like a kind of like a mix of like dwarven and just um I guess human. Whatever would be more from where if he'd seen like kind of some of his mother's jewelry at all.
Okay. So mother's jewelry. Okay. Your mother's jewelry was more elvish in design, and you don't know that 100% what elvish design is. So you want to copy like something closer to your mother's stuff, where it's like vines and leaves mixed with dwarven stone background.
Yeah.
Okay. Since we got like, what was it, 24 plus 3, 27 in total for that big chick. Yeah, that happens. But did you want it to be like a thin, or do you want it to be dwarven thick?
Mm-hmm.
And you understand what I mean by like thick and thin, right?
The metal, I'm assuming.
No, like the size of the bracelet, where it's like just like a tiny little ring bracelet, or it's just a gigantic fucking band.
I think it would be something that's smaller, not as crazily noticeable, so it's not as easy to be like, oh, hey, look, that looks valuable. Let's steal that.
So something in between, or just like thin, thin.
Something kind of more in between.
Like
Well,
half an
so
inch.
like, yeah, because like in my mind, what I was initially thinking was like kind of, you know, those weird little like ones. It's like it's not that string, but it's that whatever kind of like material that's like string, but it's like stretchy type of shit that would normally have like little beads and stuff on it. How they fucking try to sell those at fucking. I think they sell those at like Ren fairs and shit like that. But kind of along those lines, but with like if it's going with like the dwarven metal a little bit thicker, so it
Okay.
wouldn't be easily, you know, ripped off or something.
Half an inch band with the ruby. I almost said ruby opal. Ruby cobalt eye design with elven leaves and a dwarvish background.
Mhm.
It looks pretty. Doesn't look that pokey because you. Do you want to make the 3D leaves, or do you just want to etch them in there?
I'll just etch them in there.
Okay. So that's the type of thing. A stainless steel silver coated bracelet, which could help at the most dire of times.
Mhm.
It's both practical and pretty. So, as your final goodbye, you guys end up. You said you made 3 of those for all 3 of you guys, or just for Mare?
All three of us.
All 3 of you have that silver band. Mare looks at it with sentimentality. And I'm going to fucking see what fucking happens there. Yeah, how well does she fucking hide it? Decently. Roll a perception check. It's like as you gift this gift to Mare, she ends up with like turning around just really quickly. Oh my fucking god.
17.
I can't remember. Yeah, you're the aggressor, so aggressor wins. You could see like a bit of happy tears start leaking out of her eyes as she tries to quickly wipe them away before anything else happens. I mean, she does really appreciate you guys for who you guys were to her, and this gift will just cement her memory of you guys. She may not have been like the most crazy adventure, but she was there to help you make smarter decisions that also made a lot of money for herself. But she was a decent friend to both you guys.
It's also a thing of a little bit of part of trauma. Just be like, okay, people I know, so they don't die. Especially when it was just like offered, just like, oh yeah, we can do like silver for it too. Yes. His dad would just be like, I mean, we don't have to. Yes.
This is like no more child talk from Calder, just full adult. Yes.
Yeah.
Those dwarven hormones are now kicking in. Jesus Christ.
Don't fuck with me.
Well, Calder, would Calder feel sad at saying goodbye to Mare, or would he just feel a little bit more calm now that he'd given her that gift that would probably keep her safe for a little bit?
It'd probably be a mix of both. It wouldn't be like incredible sadness or anything because one, she's not fucking dead. She's just going somewhere else and said she would be back eventually. So I would say he doesn't have like a frame of reference in mind to where that would be something bad to him. It's just we'll be back. Mom used to leave all the time and come back. And this is so, you know.
This is not the exact same, but you feel it is kind of the same.
Yeah.
Mare's leaving for maybe a good 5 to 6 years. She'll be back, but just you don't know if she'll be coming back here or going to Maylin, where her actual home is.
Yeah.
Because like during those like good 4 years as you guys spent together before you guys hit 10, you did learn that the reason why Mare was here is to learn Dwarven culture, language, and all that stuff, so she could better use it for the future in her career as a merchant.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to an elven area next. So she's got to learn as much as she can there too, and then she'll come back here and learn how to manage a shop. But before Mare does leave, she grabs both your guys' hands and as to maybe one day, if you guys want to go into business together, that you come with her to her like family shop as in the Blackwood. What was it? Blackwood Mercantile. I think it was. Can't 100% remember. No, it's lost.
Marin Blackwood. Blackwood Blackwood Emporium.
Okay, Blackwood Emporium. Because I lost that note because that was also on the sheet that the Burbs griefed.
Oh no.
I'm looking at them grooming each other just
Yeah, I have this straight up in the note. Late teens going to shop Blackwood Emporium.
She asked if one day you guys would consider going into business if you were going into the crafter's career at all. With her, seeing that Calder made something super beautiful, and then Frang is a good material hunter, despite the fact he discovered everything on accident. And maybe also a secret genius.
Right?
She's not expecting an answer from you guys now, but it's food for thought. But Calder does have the option if he wants to answer now or not.
At this age, I don't think he would really know. He might give the kid answer of like yeah, like just the generic yeah, but nothing. Not putting too much crazy thought into it because he's still more focused on trying to be able to protect people and deal with that fucking thing. to be focused on being like a gem worker.
Calder, as you look towards Mare once again, as she's leaving you guys, as you give her that answer, she waves to you, a little bit happy, but a bit disappointed. You do see a dancing gold card on top of her head as she's leaving.
Hmm.
A possible way forward. It's up to you whether you pursue it or not.
Interesting.
That wasn't M actually talking to you, that was just a memory. From the last time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hmm. I wrote, the band is also coded in silver to protect against evil.
They protect against curses.
I know.
You fucking throw silver shit at an evil person and he's not cursed. It's like, what the fuck? It's free money. Thank you. Oh God. What the fuck happened?
What? Okay. You realize I also have Discord up. You could just message me through Discord instead of throwing. What are you doing to me?
Heart attack. Oh no, not again. The amount of shit that. Jesus.
It's not close.
Ah, shit. Fuck's going on?
Okay. You good?
I got frame droppage for everything. I've normally dropped, I think, 25. It's at 25% over the last 2 minutes.
Hmm.
That's not good. The other times was just disconnect and reconnect. Hopefully we didn't lose much. Okay. That is concerning, but whatever. Picked a hell of a time to stop the audio recordings. God damn it.
Unfortunate.
Okay. I also don't understand why my computer's being a bitch right now. Oh, whatever. It worked fine for the Wade stream, but I don't know if it's just regarding the internet or just the amount of RAM that's being used, even though you have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Jesus. All right.
No clue.
And as Mare disappears, it is now spring once again. You are now 10. This is what I think it is. Nope. I can't remember which song it was. Okay, this works just fine. You have now reached the age of 10, and you grow a bit anxious, as this year may be the worst year of your life. One night when you're asleep, you dream of that image of Frang and his dad, and the card that says victory or death. You are just standing there in your dream, staring at that image for a very long period of time. 1d4 for focus, please.
Hit. 3.
You desperately want a glimpse at the face of Frang's father, because you don't know if it's human or not. You're just constantly staring at the back of his head. Further focusing, just aching for a peek. And then the image starts moving. The head starts twitching. Looks back to you with a twisted maw of teeth. In Calder, you just awaken in your room. Upset by the image you just saw. And you don't know if that's real or it's just your subconscious being a dick.
As a quick question, because I don't know if I have it in my notes, did Frang ever tell me the name of his dad?
Nope.
Would I have been able to possibly ask him after a certain time?
Frank wouldn't really want to talk about it because he wanted to probably just move on from the whole thing. It's up to you whether you want to dredge up those memories at any point in time.
I would either try to ask Frang or ask around eventually if I could figure out, because all I honestly want to know is just what his father's name.
Okay. Unfortunately, this disturbs you a lot more, Calder. As during your time growing up, you start asking around town about like Frang's father and all that stuff. Every time they say his name, all you hear is static. Just like Mare's name. There's only a Z and the rest is just static.
Bitch.
Did you say that to me or someone?
Nah, it's just me responding to that. God damn it! All right.
Fucking remember Kidsy taking your fucking names.
Fine.
Oh, there we go. That happened again, and I don't know what it cut out.
Oh.
It's a small hiccup. Swear to God, if tomorrow works perfectly fine, I'm just gonna be pissed off with this thing. Calder, you take deep breaths in and out. And then you turn to your now more grown than last time, Hammer Marcus. You feel more confident in your skill against fighting things. Calder, you're now level 2.
Ooh.
Quickly update the sheet. Level 2 brings you, as soon as I get to there, Action Surge, 1 use.
Action surge.
Oops.
Are you on my sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, because I keep trying to add. I'm just like, okay, I'll add action surge, and then it goes away, and I'm like, huh? Makes sense.
They could just type in Action Surge. Yep. There we go. Drag and drop. And it adds there too! What the fuck is this reroll shit? Oh, you have 6 of those.
Yeah, the rerolls that I still have.
It gave you 2 when it was only supposed to be 1 Action Surge. That's weird.
I can just limit it down. Here we go.
Anything else at level 2?
I know hit point increase.
Now just roll your hit die once and see what you get.
Hit 10.
You just 1 point shy.
Heyo 21. Hey.
14 in total.
Oh.
Thank Grammy for that.
So I am no longer at 21. Now,
Hey,
I am now the age I will be this year. 25.
it was really funny. It's when you wear like stuff like this, your whenever you level up, your HP pool does increase by whatever you get from that roll.
Hell yeah.
So wearing that necklace actually increased your HP pool just a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And it's a permanent increase, so once you take off the necklace, you don't have to worry about that falling down.
Okay.
You're more confident in your skill. You start swinging around Marcus a little bit. You even attempt to infuse Marcus with lightning, but you shock him. Okay, maybe not that.
Hold on one very quick second, because I could have swore I just heard something that's going to make me possibly have to shut my windows if that's the case.
I lost more frames in that minute, and that fucking just sucks.
I don't know.
Why are you having this a problem now, you bitch? See if that fixes you.
Okay, I'm back. I thought I heard somebody say something like, I thought I heard it out my window that somebody said the. Out of my ear, I thought I heard somebody say, like, the police will be coming, Dad, or something. And I'm like, huh? Like,
Okay. More frames dropped. God damn it.
I don't know.
Well, that's over 37% over the last 2 minutes. I just really hope that all that was cut out was just the silent stuff.
No.
Okay. I don't understand where you're being a bitch now, computer.
Wait, why did you put Action Surge twice?
What?
on my
So
features and traits?
Oh,
Is
that's
there
probably
20?
that's probably why there was 2 action surges in that fucking thing. I had Dragon and Trice. I think roll 20 glitched.
Strange.
Calder grows just a bit anxious over the course of the next few weeks. Though when he's finally old enough to start training with the combat master, he does. During which you actually get to pick 2 jobs that you want to travel down. Well, actually, technically 3. There was hunting, there was magic studies, there's combat, and there's forging. Which 3 do you want to take, and which one do you want to be your main?
Okay, so what were all of them then?
Magic studies, hunting, combat, and smithing.
Honestly, I think he would probably do, based on the things he needs to try and learn about, magic studies, fighting, and then smithing.
Okay.
And probably the main one he would focus on more. He'd probably focus more on fighting.
Okay.
As much as I would like him to be the best smith, nah, he would focus more on fighting. Hello?
I'm adding the stuff.
Okay. It's just like everything was silent. I'm just like, huh?
There you go. The reason why combat analysis is wisdom is because perception.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, Magic Studies takes you back to that dwarf that blows up his house constantly, and you're once again met with the Henlo doll again. And now it's just constantly, help me. The name of that dwarf in the Magic Studies area, his name is Hecky McPhee.
Hold up. So his name is. God. I was just like, all right, edit this thing. Wait, why is it not working?
Hecky McPhee is the name of that dwarf. So you learn as much as possible as you can from all that. You learn how to at least read magic scrolls properly, despite the fact you've learned how to read them anyways. You've learned how to enchant simple, like, rune stuff, so you get, like, the Glyph of Warding and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you also learned that this dwarf is very incompetent. Extremely incompetent when it comes to magic stuff. So the best you can learn is runecraft and, scroll studies, and that's about it. If you want to get more advanced forms of magic studies, I suggest trying to go to a college in the city.
Okay.
Either that or a wizard.
Okay.
Smithing? Yeah, your father shows you all he can. You learn how to smith like simple tools and simple weapons and martial weapons. You don't know how to use like the more like mythical ores and stuff because you have no idea where to find any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So no mithril, no tungsten,
Mm.
none of the special, not even gold, just silver is all the stuff you have there, and the silver is reserved for other people, like on orders and stuff.
Hmm.
We have fully disconnected, and God dang it, I don't understand what's going on. Whatever.
Weather possibly causing issues?
No, I'm on landline.
Hmm.
And it's not cold enough to freeze the cables outside or hot enough. Because it's raining all day too.
Hmm.
Okay. Wait. And then the combat specials, yeah, he teaches you all how to fight and all that stuff. Teaches you basic things, all that. And then let's see. Meth. Myth.
Not
Shit.
meth.
Did you write down what math did for you, or did you not do that?
No, I just wrote down math and that, and you said you'd you'd fill them in.
I swear to God, if that sheet was lost with the other ones. It's the road home. And it's not over here. Okay. This is in this one. Oh, that's article. Okay. Well, looks like I've completely lost that sheet.
Oh no.
I'll find it eventually and add in all the stuff later. Alright. Seeing as that I'm having way too many problems and I don't want to risk going into the combat scenario later, let's call it a night.
Okay.
I'm not blaming anything on. It's like this time was issues on my end being stupid.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on here. So if we're still on Facebook, we'll see you guys next time. If not, I'm gonna look through the video and see if there's any issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, people.